have a few dried flowers that are ready to cut, and while it's not a lot, I still want to cut what little I have because I want them to keep flowering. I don't want them to just give up and start drying out and going to seed like the straw flower over here. It was such a pretty color. It still is pretty, but I should have cut it much sooner, but I was afraid to because I was hoping it was going to branch out more, but it never did. I feel like this plant will start to die off if I don't do anything to it. I do have some more straw flowers on the way though, which is exciting. The celosia is coming along nicely too, so I think I might cut a little bit of these. And then here is some Chief Red Flame Celosia, which is starting to fill out as well. But I think I want to wait a little bit longer first before cutting this one. I think they are supposed to be a bit larger, but also the stem doesn't feel long enough for me to cut off just yet. I'm going to cut some of this Gomphrena first. I'm trying to cut it as close to the junction as possible in the hopes that it will start branching out a bit more. And I have some of these pastel pink ones ready to cut too, so I'll go ahead and get these. And I do have more little Gomphrena buds starting to come up, but I want to wait for them to get a bit bigger first because once you cut them and start drying them, they aren't going to get much bigger. Okay, and now I am going to go ahead and get this straw flower. I am so nervous because it hasn't branched out at all, so I feel like if I cut it, nothing else is going to grow. I do have two other plants of the same color, so if I kill this one, I do have backups, but otherwise, I don't think this plant is going to do much else, but maybe cutting it will trigger some new growth. Here's the Chief Red Flame Celosia again, and it is just so pretty. I wish the stem was a little bit longer for me to cut it, but it does look like it's trying to branch out a bit more, so I will wait for that to happen before cutting anything. But let's go ahead and cut some of this celosia. It looks like there's a long enough stem, and it's branching out pretty nicely. Hopefully it keeps growing out some more from where I cut it here. You can see there are two smaller stems, but oh, I just love the color of this one. I want to cut any extra foliage off the stems. If the leaves are too small, I'll leave them on because they should dry up pretty quickly. It's just the larger leaves that could take longer and then compromise the rest of the stem from drying out properly. And this straw flower is going to need a lot of snipping, so I'll do the others first. And even though these are considered dried flowers, they still do need to actually dry. So it's best to hang them upside down, tie them with some twine or something, and find somewhere to hang them until they are truly dry and keep them away from humid areas. I just love how the muted colors are mixed with the bright celosia, and because this is officially my first bouquet from this dried flower farming journey, I'm going to keep it for myself because I'm sentimental, but there should be lots more on the way that I can try to sell soon.